Good Friday morning, my friends. Joy here. Whew. I guess you noticed I didn't get a devotion up yesterday. What's that book that starts out, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times? Oh, well, yesterday was the worst of times. And today so far has been the best of times, thank God. Yeah, we had some issues yesterday with the RV people. I know, big shock. It seems like every time we pay them a ton of money to fix something, we get the RV back and something new is broken. So one of the things we paid them to fix, they supposedly were doing a quality control check to make sure everything was fixed. And when they came in to check that, they broke what they fixed. And that was just one of the things. So anyway, we were trying to get home because today's sleet and the roads are icy. And Jerry wanted to get home yesterday, and so did I. And so it turned out somebody was supposed to come, they didn't come. Then they came, they didn't have what they needed. Then they had to leave. Then they had to come back. Then. And we ended up leaving way later than we wanted to. And then Jerry accidentally missed an exit. And then there was 2 car wrecks. And then there was traffic. And oh. Praise God forevermore. We're home. We're safe. We got home after dark. Hour-and-a-half trip took us 4 hours. So let me just put it that way, okay? So here we are, and so I was looking around this morning for my Bibles. I started a new project, and I took my 2 Bibles and I put them down somewhere, and you know how that is. So I went looking around, because we have, probably 20 Bibles in the house. So I went looking around for another Bible. Well, while I was looking for another Bible, I found this. And this paper fell out of it. I have this in here on a nightstand in the guest room. And it's called Joy for the Journey. And I got it in 1997, I believe it says. Yeah, no, 1979. I got it in 1979. So shortly after Jerry and I were married, I bought this book called Joy for the Journey. A woman's book of joyful promises. Well, that jumped right off the nightstand to me. Boy, I need a joyful something today. So this page actually fell out of it. So I thought, oh, the Lord must want me to read this today. So, and let me say real quick, I was watching, I was checking the comments and watching the video we did 2 days ago from the Jeep, and I noticed that my boo-boo was showing on my chest and Jerry's boo-boos were showing on his hand. So I just wanted to remind you that we've been to the skin doctor and we had all these places frozen. They get Jerry just everywhere. His arms, his hands, his ears, his face, his back, his shoulders, bless his heart. And then they just got me in these 2 places on my chest. So no, it's not smallpox or a plague or anything. So I just wanted to tell you that. This is called Growing Through Adversity. It's page 105 in the little book, in case any of you happen to have it. But I thought, this is what I need today. Growing through adversity, because that's what we had yesterday. So how can I grow from that? So I don't know who this lady is. Her name is Laura Lewis Lanier. Oh my gosh, her initials are LLL. How awesome is that? Laura Lewis Lanier. Okay. Growing through adversity. While spending time painting in the area of Italy known as Tuscany, I became accustomed to seeing grapevines growing on the hillsides. The older, gnarled vines were beautiful to sketch because of their knotty twists and bends. Over the course of time, the winds, rains, and sun, the weathering effects of the seasons, had forced their shapes. The most luscious growth came from these rugged old vines. Grapes so heavy and bountiful, they seemed to invite people to pick them. In another vineyard were young plants, which had suffered no ill effects of nature at all. They offered no particular beauty or character, and were hardly worthy of my pencil or paintbrush. As it is in nature, so it is in God's kingdom. From the winds and rains of adversity comes abundant growth and a beautiful life worth painting. Do not be afraid to suffer. It is from being shaken apart and not being destroyed that one becomes strong and courageous. I thought that was so good. So here's some scriptures to back that up. Psalm 34, 18 and 19. The Lord is near to those who have a broken heart, and saves such as have a contrite spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers them out of them all. All. Deliver us from evil, Father, especially those people in Ukraine. Here's another one, Matthew 11, 28 and 29. Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Did you hear that? God calls himself gentle and lowly in heart. Gentle. Whew, love that. Jerry's very gentle, isn't he? I know you guys have noticed that. Here's another one, Isaiah 35:10. And the ransomed of the Lord shall return and come to Zion with singing, with everlasting joy on their heads. They shall obtain joy and gladness, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away. What a day of rejoicing that will be. And there's another song. I know, I'm sorry. I know I can't sing very good. But there's another song, what a day of rejoicing that will be. And I don't remember the words of the rest of it, but that's how these songs do me. Just part of them will come into my brain, and then I'll just keep singing it again and again and again. And then finally I'll go look it up on the internet, and somebody will sing it and play pretty music to it. So I'm going to look that up today. What a day of rejoicing that will be. I love you guys. I'm off tomorrow. Jerry will be back Sunday for Sunday school, and I'll be back on Monday. What a day of rejoicing that will be when we all see Jesus. We'll sing and shout the victory. Remembered part of it.